Okay, folks, good afternoon. I'm DJ Morrishaw and I'm here. As promised, we are at the new expansion wing of the Alexandria Hospital here on the island of Queen City, Nevis, our sister island. We are getting ready to do an awareness march down into Charlestown. I think we are here on Marion Avenue, Marion Street, whatever it is. I'm not too familiar with the streets here in Nevis, but I'm positioned where we are at the moment. Share the live, share the live, share the live. We're going to be taking a stroll shortly down into the Charlestown area. We'll be going through a few of the streets. As a matter of fact, let me just give a quick update on the route that we will be taking. Is now 3:01. The march is scheduled to start at 3. As usual, you know, in the Caribbean, folks don't have any respect for time, but when it comes to DJ Morrishaw, it's all about time. So we're going to be departing here in a bit, and we are going to be going down Marion Avenue, and from here at the Alexandria Hospital New Wing, Expansion Wing, we're going to walk west towards Jew Street. We're going to make a right onto Jew Street, left onto Chapel Street, left onto Main Street, right onto Prince Charles Street, right onto Hankins Drive, right onto Chapel Streets, and an immediate right into the parking lot there at the TDC Mall, where we're going to hang out by my boy, Brother Mikey Slack, and have a few coffee. I have with me this afternoon so far my namesake, gotta respect Brother Jeff Pemberton, loyal Nevision, former police officer. I understand he used to be in Montserrat creating some issues down there, protecting the people of Montserrat. So my wife is from Montserrat, by the way. So just want to big up the Montserrat crew, the Nevision crew. Gwyneth Morrishaw, good afternoon, how you doing? Want to touch as well Sister Beverly Morrishaw, good afternoon, how are you doing? I wonder how my baby girl doing. My son there, Jeffroy Jr. in the LA area in California. His partner there, Sister Jazette. How are you doing? I hope all is well. I want to big up my boy Carbo. I know Carbo is on his way to come and check out DJ Morrishaw, where we'll be departing from this area shortly. We're going to be joined by the finest, the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force. They'll be checking in on us as well. So I just want to say to the marchers, when you see the police vehicle, don't get scared of the police. They're not here to arrest anyone. I was granted permission to do this awareness march. I want to thank the Honorable Prime Minister, Minister of National Security and his team, Commissioner Sutton and his team, Superintendent Carty of Nevis Police Station. Thanks for the little conversation we had earlier. And we're going to do it nice this afternoon. It's not going to be any bottle and stones, any kind of issues to create any public unrest. We are here to talk a few things. Now, in my camera view, I want you folks online to understand what we're dealing with here. This is the new expansion wing here at the Alexandria Hospital and Nevis. When you look at this structure is actually larger than the existing hospital. And our Premier Mark Brantley, would want people to believe that in light of this wastage of money, the overdue hospital wing, that is basically a shell. On the inside, from where I'm standing, you can see the incomplete work on the inside. There's no roof, there's nothing on the inside. It's just the walls around. The doors are boarded up. Upstairs and downstairs, the windows are in. The paint job that you guys might be seeing online, this paint job was done during the election season last December 12th, 2022, was the elections in Nevis, the local election. And basically, for those voters that came in from overseas who does not know what's taking place in Nevis, he put on this paint job to give people the impression, because during his campaign he said the hospital is going to be opening soon, shortly. And if people had paid attention, they would think that this hospital would have been open in December of 2022. But this hospital is nowhere close to completion, nowhere close. And the reason for DJ Morrishaw to be here this afternoon is to just bring awareness, not to attack, not to cause any unrest. I understand the strife of the people here in Nevis. I understand the political ramifications for folks that might come out and try to bring awareness. So, for you people out there that might say, well, what happened to the opposition party? What happened to the NRP? This is the season when our people, it was brought up, our people respect the Lenten season. So they don't do any kind of political action, any kind of mass anything. They respect the Bible, they respect the church, they respect God. But don't Morrishaw respect God. Morrishaw respect most humanity. And sometimes you have to go outside of the box to bring the reality to the people as it is. So, respect to NRP and their beliefs, that they may not want to go out there and start any kind of protests and anything during the Lenten season. But if we pay attention to what's happening around the world, currently there's a war going on in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia. That's been going on for some years now. They did not stop the war because of the Lenten season. There's a war going on the Gaza Strip between the Hamas people, the Palestine, and Israel. The Israelites said yes, they are God's godly people, but it don't stop them from bombing up the Gaza Strip, killing innocent people. We here in Nevis need to get out of that mindset and understand that nobody going to save us but ourselves. This is why DJ Morrishaw have decided to be the messenger and try to bring a difference to the mindset of the people of Nevis. So I'm here today for the people of Nevis. I'm rowing for the people of Nevis. I'm standing in the void for the people of Nevis. Now, folks are gathering, and I'm not looking about the crowd. What I want to do is to bring awareness to the people around the world, across the globe, what we're dealing here in Nevis. This hospital wing, originally, according to records and file at the NIA Assembly, started at a value of $6 million. Under Van Semry, God bless his soul, passed away sometime during the 2022 campaign season. The new, okay. So folks are already coming around, making sure everything is okay. Bigging us up here. Now, from 6 million, it quickly went into 19 million, according to the conversation I'm hearing, according to the records at the NIA. Now, that 19 million that this hospital was estimated to cost, the hospital project groundbreaking was in 2017, supposed to be a 24-month completion date. Now, 24 months will bring it to 2019. 2019 has come and gone, and we are still here with this saga. Even though the Premier claimed that the 19 million was not used, I think he said it was some 17 million or 14 million was used. He went into Parliament or into the NI Assembly earlier this year during budget, and he appropriated an additional 12 million. So you got 19 and 12. 19 and 12 is 31 million. Still, nowhere in sight you can see a completion of this wing. And just recently, in the budget of 2023. I understand that, again, in that budget is some 8 million. So 31 and 8, that's $39 million. And my good people of Nevis, my people across the globe, this is what we have here, a shell. The corruption in Nevis under this regime, the CCM government, is beyond acceptable in any other country. People have been locked down in prison for this kind of stuff. This is past high crime and misdemeanors. You can see for yourself. You know, I don't need to tell you anything different. You can see for yourself. This is the boarded up windows, the boarded up doors, right? Nothing upstairs but a shell. This is the Alexandria Hospital wing, the newly under construction for now over 6 years. Something that should have been completed. Should have been completed in 2 years, 24 months. Nothing to show about this. But the Premier told us in a recent press conference that no work was done on this property for this year, 2022. I was here a few months back, and I heard the hammers in the beating, breaking down walls and the inside. So I do not know what he means that no work was done. I can see air conditions. Those air conditions wasn't there the last time I was here. Those are some what we call split unit air conditions. The evaporator is on the inside and the condensers are on the outside. You can see them for yourself. So work has been done. Those air conditions was not there before. Now, he tried to tell us that the contractor that is doing the work on the hospital in midstream while doing the construction decided that they wanted some quantity surveys before they can go further with the job. The information I have, and I stand corrected if I am wrong, is that the individuals that did the plans, the drawings, the individual that did the plans for this structure is a member of his cabinet, the CCM party, Mr. Spencer Brand. So if Spencer Brand is the individual that did the plans for this structure, and the contractor is asking for quantity surveys, which is nonsense, because all of those things should have been cleared before the construction even started. But let's give him the benefit of the doubt. During construction, you might have run into a little issue and you needed some quantity surveys. Why you now have to send across to St. Kitts to get someone who was not a part of the original design to give the quantity surveys for property? It would have been easier to use the surveyor, the designer, the architect company that originally designed the property to give you those quantity surveys. So we are here left to wonder what is really going on with this Premier. Is he mental? Is he ill? Is he not thinking straight? Spencer Brand is a part of your government. He should be one to be coming here speaking to the people of Nevis, explaining what's going on here with this property. But no, you went across to St. Kitts according to you. You hire a quantity surveyor that took the money and never provided the work. So I understand you're taking them to court. And I guess that person might be a ghost, because I'm still waiting to hear the name of this individual. At a recent press conference, one of the journalists asked, who is this person that took the money and never did the work? You said you couldn't remember. But you can remember to talk everything else about everything, everybody. That doesn't make sense. But you cannot talk about what's really needed. Right? The situation here is that this is just one of the failures of the CCM party. This is just one of the failures of Premier Brantley and Nevis, but this is a very serious failure. Because, my good people, while this hospital wing is here, unfinished, with no end in sight, the people of Nevis are suffering. And why I decided to start the march here this afternoon is to bring a little awareness, to wake up the Nevisians, because I don't think they understand. This money to pay for this structure have to come from some place. And it's not going to come from Premier Brantley's account. It's not going to come from the ministers of government account. It's going to come from you, the citizens' pocket. So I understand in the last budget that took place last week, coming in the new year, Premier Brantley planned to raise costs of healthcare here at the Alexandria Hospital. He plans to raise taxes. He plans to raise the water rate, the electricity rate, and this kind of stuff. So how long are you guys going to sit by and have this government, this wasted government, this wasteless government, waste your money? Try it out there, do as you please with it. Corruption after corruption. And then come and raise taxes on you. Now, I would hope that you people understand. You are not doing the marriage any favor. The marriage don't have an issue. The marriage is just fine. But God said that you must help those that cannot help themselves. And what I'm doing here today is to bring some awareness to you, the people of Nevis, the folks in the diaspora that not here to see for themselves. Because many of you came in here last December. Many of you came here and voted in a new CCM government and thought that this hospital will be open in December. Now I'm saying to you that it's here. And if it ever open at all, it's not going to be anytime soon. Because the amount of work that is left to be done and this facility not going to be done in 2024. It's not going to happen. And I challenge the Premier to come and challenge me and tell me that I'm lying. Right? This kind of money that was wasted on this property. Come on. And this is just one aspect of the wastage. I don't know if folks remember, you heard about MSR Media during the COVID days, that he bought in a company in lieu of COVID and nothing was doing to make movies in Nevis. When people in Nevis couldn't afford a meal, couldn't afford to pay their rent, couldn't afford to pay their mortgages, this company was getting a whopping 150,000 US per month. To do what? We're still waiting to find out what they were getting paid to do. That company have since moved on to St. Kitts, where they bought the OTA hotel. I understand that company didn't have monies to rub two fire stones together, or two fire stick together. But out of the money they get out of the Nevis treasury, they was able to buy a hotel, the OTA hotel. And now they move on to Antigua and the rest of the region. You know? So, I realize that folks are showing up slowly. I have a pastor here. I'm glad to see my pastor, Pastor Tulo. Pastor Tulo, good afternoon. Come on this side, we get the hospital in the background. Talk to the people because we're online. We're online. Give the people your views on what's happening here in your beautiful island of Queen City, Nevis.
Well, when it comes to this behind me, first of all, the whole thing started out wrong. And because the sum was set down wrong, we have this fiasco that we are having at this moment. You're building an expansion of the hospital. The idea is a brilliant idea to expand it to improve healthcare in the island of Nevis. But when you're going into a building and you do not consult the technicians, the medical practitioners, when you do experts in the field to design like this and you just hand pick it and give it to somebody who has absolutely zero clue about design, This is what we have. Almost $19 million spent. A HULT project, it is way over time. And our Premier is saying it doesn't matter. Do not worry about it, because if you're getting some here already, and so be contented. So that if we must be contented with the care that we were getting, why do you went through all this trouble to do this? Is it because you really want us to build us a hospital? Or you were looking for a method of giving your colleague money to run and finance a political campaign? And as far as I'm concerned, that is what the whole was not ready to give us an improved healthcare system. It was more thoughts and planning would have gone into it, but it was designed to put money in the hands of their colleague to run a political campaign. This is not the first time it happened, and as long as this administration continues, it will happen, because I'm convinced it's the very same thing why Latoya Jones is given a lucrative job as an advisor to the Premier, paid handsomely. It's the very same thing while Alexis Jeffers is given a lucrative job, paying handsomely as advisor to the Premier. It has absolutely nothing to do with the development of the island. It has nothing to do with the people. It has everything to use every method and every means they has, including the use of the government to fund their political campaign and to keep themselves in political office. And so, I believe every Nevisian should be outraged by what is behind us, because there is no end in sight. Something that they said we'd have had in 2 years. There's no end in sight, and the Premier is satisfied. Has satisfied himself that there's nothing to worry about. Take it easy until whenever it happens.
Started in 2017, a completion date of 2019. This is now 2023.
This is 2024 for us.
2024 is approaching,
yes,
and there's nowhere close to finishing this place. It's just a shell. So what is the people in Nevis? I mean, I am outraged, because as I have said previously, and I said a while ago in this program, we, the taxpayers, now have to pay for this.
That is true.
Not the Premier, not his colleague in government. And I understand in his recent budget, the healthcare bills are going to be higher. There's an increase in healthcare. There's an increase in taxes. There's an increase in the electricity bill. There's an increase in the water bill, and all of this to try and facilitate these funds that have been wasted.
Listen, thanks to Timothy Harris, we will have gotten over $500 million in approximately 7 years from him to use for the development of Nevis. I can't anything of what that has come out of $500 million. I haven't got any account from our leadership as to what happened to that $500 million. And that has nothing to do with the amount of taxes that we would have collected on the island. That has nothing to do with the amount that was borrowed. That has nothing to do with the gifts that was given to the island. So you're talking about way over $1 billion. And we do not have nothing substantial to show for that. Now, in any organization, anywhere in the world, and you have a person who is managing that amount of fund, and they give you nothing for it, or little, you fire them. Is that only Nevis?
What is amazing, there was a debate not too long ago, a few weeks ago, about the double salary that normally been paid by government here, and St. Kitts and Nevis. And the Premier went on a rampage saying he does not support the double salary that he has been receiving for several years now. And you got civil servants that are lazy, not doing their work, taking extra break, calling in sick, going on bars, drinking, and they don't deserve a salary. And they should be paid based on the work that they do. But if we really compare the Premier words towards the civil servant, he have done worse. So why is he getting a salary?
First of all, Morrishaw, this Premier that we have represent the worst of the worst. And somebody would have said in the past, the worstest of an individual. When it comes across the world, there is no leader nowhere across the world as incompetent and as bad-minded as this premier that we have here on the island. Something I want to say about this is that the premier for 7 years stretched out his hand and received double salary. He never one time in those 7 years said that he did not believe in it. He stretched his hand out and he accepted it. Not only did he accept it, but he ran a campaign on it, saying, boasting about this is the best government, the first government ever gave you double salary, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, and he's wanted. What has changed all of a sudden? That's a 2024 that he is so opposed to the civil servants of Nevis getting a double salary. Talking about people not working and don't deserve their money. This is the guy who is getting a full salary from the people of Nevis Treasury. Whatever the amount is, that's their business. He was getting a full salary from St. Kitts as a minister of government. So 2 full salaries every month. When the double salaries were paid, he was getting a double salary in Nevis and he was getting a double salary from St. Kitts. It was okay. But here his conclusion, after 7 years of paying him double salaries, not in terms of the extra that's given at the end of the year, but every month he stretches out his hand and we see a double salary. He's going to come and say to us that where policies and decisions were made, he was not a part of it. He was also in the yard. And so then, why was he taking our money since he wasn't representing our interest? Because he says to people, send us to our state, and we are able to look after the best interests. We'll make sure that Nevis gets his fair share. We heard from Timothy Harris that the Premier of Nevis never made one submission to the cabinet on behalf of the people of Nevis. In all of his utterances that the Prime Minister, this and the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister said that he has not made any, or he did not make any submission to the cabinet on behalf of the people of Nevis, but submission was made on behalf of Datlin Brantley and Spencer Brand, not the people of Nevis. Okay? And so, when it comes to incompetence and has not performed, it is by his own admission that he has not performed. Because you cannot tell me that we send you to school and we send you to the office to work for us, and you spend your time outside in the yard, in the classroom, and do not go into the workroom where policies are made. But they put out your hand every month and take the money. As far as I'm concerned, that is highway robbery. As far as I'm concerned, that is stealing. As far as I am concerned, that is corruption. Yeah. Because you put my money under the pretense that you're working for me, and it's true that you want not doing any work. So he doesn't have any moral authority to say to anybody that you do not deserve a double salary or whatever as a bonus because you have not worked, because you're sick, because of whatever he wants to come up with. He doesn't have the right. He's the greatest failure there are. And so therefore, if he's going to judge people by that standard, he needs to pay back the people of Nevis every monthly salary that he took from us for the last 7 years, having admitted that he was outside in the yard and that he was not inside where the decisions and the policies are made. So how could you represent me when you tell me that you're not there on the table?
Serious conversation to a serious prospect, serious message.
He does not have any moral right to put his finger across and point at anybody. But saying that they do not deserve it is another thing here. It speaks to the bad-mindedness of the man. That he must flaunt his turkey and his lobster and whatever he wants to flaunt. But the poor people just for Christmas, to get a little extra to buy a ham, back in the community grind, to buy some chicken, to buy something to make themselves look good. Feel good, just for the festive season. To be God given that. I guess he wanted to come and beg him.
Well, Tulu, while you're talking, another thing that popped into my head, I listened to the former Prime Minister Harris on Monday speaking with Ian Patches Libert and Straight Talk. And what the former Prime Minister says is that during the 7 years as Prime Minister, whenever there was a salary paid, double salary or bonuses, Nevis never had to find the monies, the funds to pay divisions. All the Premier had to do was submit a list of his civil servants' name to him, and he provided to the Treasury, and the monies are paid. So I am at a loss, because some time back, there was a 10% raise for civil servants across the board from the federal cabinet. And Premier Banty decided that divisions will get it in 5% increments. So if the federal government was paying this increase, why you think the Premier Banty decided that Nevis people and divisions does not deserve to get the same 10% at petition, but to break it down in 5% segments over a period of years?
I do not know what went into his mind. One thing I understand, that this is a gentleman who does not like people. He cares little about anybody else, only about himself. Because when the 10% was given, it was given in St. Kitts, it was given in Nevis. He took his full time in St. Kitts.
Yeah.
He came to Nevis and he took 5, he says, but he ended up with 15%.
Correct.
The civil servants ended up with 5. The other thing is, the 10% didn't come from him. He didn't have to find it. He was given to him. So, put this, let me draw this analogy, Morrishaw. You give me $10 to give John. Tell me, give this to John for me. And I go to John and say, Morrishaw, give me $10 to give you now. But let me let you know. Or you won't give you 5. Me won't keep the other 5. You make up the way this 5, and sometime later in the future, I won't give you the other 5. How would you feel?
Can't work.
That is dishonesty. Not only that, but he is now giving the impression to the people that his administration gave the people of Nevis 10%, first time ever in history, and he's going to give them another 5% to make it 15%. He's taking the credit, when in truth and in fact, that 10% didn't come from him. It was 10% that Harris gave, so he take that credit for himself. Now we're speaking again back at the double salary. He's saying that double salary for Nevis is about $10 million, I think, somewhere there in the region he's talking about. And giving the people the impression that when double salaries are given up, that he as the Premier in his administration has to find the money to pay it in Nevis. Because I was under that impression as I heard him speak. But when I listened to him, the Prime Minister Harris on Monday, I said, what? Mr. Harris is the one who is giving the people, who gave the people the money for all of these years. But the Premier Nevis is giving people the impression, the whole impression, that his administration has to find it. And things are so difficult for his administration. Deception, dishonesty, falsehood, this is the hallmark of this gentleman. His whole life is built around lies and dishonesty. And what happened? It has served him well. He has profited well out of it, and so therefore he has no desire to change. Because what? It's served him well. The more lies he tell, the more some people belong with the support for him. It speaks to the spiritual and moral decline that is in our society. In that you have children and you find that your children engage in falsehood and they're deceiving you, you walk them behind. You're an employer and you have employees that are dishonest with you. You terminate them, you discipline them. It is, he is our employee, we are his employer, and he's been lying to us from the beginning. And rather than punishing, he's behind him. We clap him, we laud him, we give him a chance. I mean, you look at what we're doing here. Lots of people are not here. Why? Because they're afraid of his reprisal. I understand it because I'm a victim hanged by no less than child labor. And I simply asked him, am I doing anything wrong? No. Am I defaming anybody? No. So his attitude was, I wasn't doing anything wrong. Well, I should not speak. Why? Because I was employed by the people of Nevis, managed by the Council of Citizens Movement. I told him I'm not going to stop. They send me home. I'm still living. I still survive. And I'm saying to the people of Nevis, they cannot send home everybody. They can't send home all the nurses and all the teachers and all the doctors and all the police and all the other normal people. Some of them are not even working for the administration. And they will say to me, well, you know, I like what you all are doing, but I cannot be a part of that process because they might victimize my brother or victimize my friend or victimize this. There are persons who do not speak to me in public. They will speak to me in private. But if I'm in Charlestown and they see me, they will say, too long ago.
I have the same problem.
Because they're saying, if they are seen talking to me, forcing them to believe that it's something political, and so therefore they fear victimization. So I understand this struggle.
During the recent campaign for the federal election, I have families that couldn't speak to me in St. Kitts. Families who are police that couldn't speak to me in public. And I don't understand why people allow ministers of government to put this fear in them. Today, the government have changed in St. Kitts, and a lot of people find their tongue and their teeth. But you'll be surprised. The people, mature, adult with kids, lawyers, doctors, that couldn't speak to me in public, police officers, good friends of mine. So I understand what you're saying. And this is the purpose for what I'm doing this today. I came out here to bring awareness to the people. And I decided, even if I'm going to walk down the road by myself, it's important for me to bring this awareness to the people. And Brother Tulu, you live up to your stamina. I have listened to you over the months since I get to know you. You are on the Tell Me program on a Thursday evening, 2020 Vision with Brother Carl Powell and Kelvin Daly. And you're true to power. And the respect is there. You're also on target with Kelvin Daly and Helzy Daniel on a Saturday afternoon.
And both of those programs, I was not asked by the host to join. I joined because they have a passion for this island of Nevis. I have the very same passion for the island of Nevis. There is a truth that must be told because the system over the years has changed the narrative that took place on the island of Nevis. I mean, you would not have before 1980, you wanted what paper you had to go to St. Kitts. You wanted a PhD, you had to go to St. Kitts. Almost anything you wanted, you had to go to St. Kitts. You wanted that job, you had to go to St. Kitts. The NRP was formed thanks to Lone Labor, let me say condolences to all of his family, and told that he was the brainchild behind this. So we have to do something for Nevis. We must form a party to represent Nevis, and the farm eventually gave it his name. But understand that it was his brainchild. That party came in and won an election in Nevis in 1980 and transformed Nevis. That Nevis was the apple of the eyes of the rest of the Caribbean. That's what the Caribbean. That's the public physics of Nevis. The economy of Nevis was better than the economy of St. Kitts. And the Council of Citizens Movement, formed by Van Sam Ministry, came into being and was able to deceive the people of Nevis that good is to good or good is bad. And so therefore, in 1992, after turning Nevis around, taking it out of darkness, bringing light, bringing a sense of pride and joy to the people in terms of employment, land and property ownership, bringing back 6 farming Nevis scholarships. Listen, Morrishaw, before somebody like this administration, we had principals in our school who had a university degree. School leavers paper, maybe from the colleges and games. 21 of them he sent And they get the university degrees and certificates, whatever they are. And then you ask the question, how many of those who benefited from that supported NRP? So the party that did good for you, they support it. And up to now they don't support it. But the party mention has not changed. But Nevis would have come a long way. But they changed the narrative and they taught us that, hey, good is bad. 14 years, we cried. 2006, there was a change again under Joseph Bowie. We transformed Nevis again to a beacon of light in the whole region during a time when we had this great world recession with the assistance of $10. And we had the concerned citizens movement coming out and telling us, listen, NRP is doing too much. They're sending too much people to university, they're giving too much scholarship, they're doing too much roads, they're building too much a house, the economy is doing too good. And people say yes, they're not again. So you have to ask yourself a question. What does the people of Nevis want? Because they have seen both sides. The side of CCM, the side of NRP, and they would have understood and could see clearly that NRP is the best party to run Nevis. But for some reason, they are sucking to the lies of CCM. And most of the lies and the deception of a man named McBrandy. And so here we are. When we would have moved from that long time ago, we were standing on our own. We are back to where we was back in 1990, 1970, and before 1970. This is where back where we are. After came from there and reached up to the pinnacle, we are now back to the bottom of the ladder.
You know, what is amazing is that you speak to some divisions and you ask them the question like, what do you think about the overdue hospital wing? And they don't know what I'm talking about. Some of them say they have never traveled up here. You know, it's just amazing. You guys in Nevis are very unique. So, with over 6 years of millions spent on this hospital, and I know that this thing is spent on social media because I've been beating this for the past, from 2022 last, during the election campaign. And there are still people of Nevis that sit in their house at home and don't concern about this situation. But come January, when the taxes are raised and everything coming in, how do you expect to change that?
Indeed, some do not hear. Because, and the Premier of Nevis understand that if you walk upon them and trample them and crush them, they're going to praise it. If you spit in their face, no matter what he does, it's okay for them. So you have that part of the society, you can't do nothing with them. Not even Christ will, that some people change. Secondly, for anybody to say to me that they have not heard about this hospital fiasco, you look at them and I tell them straight up, you're a liar. There's nobody in Nevis who at the age of understanding can honestly say that they have not heard what's taking place here. That they don't know about this fiasco. Because if they don't even listen to me, I'm not for sure that they listen to the Premier on Thursday nights. They follow all of his press conferences and all of his utterances. They follow his pages and whatever he has on Facebook. So they know exactly that he's speaking about it. And they would have thought about all this flip-flop. One time he's saying this, and next time he's saying that. And so they have killed their conscience in order to support what they want to support and who they want to support. Can't do nothing about those kind of people. They have an interest in understanding. Okay, and I think was Mark Twain of old, not the Mark Twain anymore, but a long time later. He says, no amount of correct information can persuade an idiot.
Correct.
So the common side, when you know some people,
Okay, thank you, Brother Tulu. We're going to take a stroll down the road here and try and catch everyone out who DJ Morrishaw, and I'm coming to you live here from Queen City, Nevis, outside the new expansion wing at the Alexandra Hospital. I just finished speaking with Brother Tulu, and we had a good conversation about the happenings here and Nevis and his views on what is taking place. I see there's a few protesters here with some placards. Let me just swing my camera around and see what some of those placards are saying. So, this is my boy Jeff Pemberton, and this placard is saying, Bantley's law firm is unconstitutional. Well, Jeff, good afternoon. How are you doing? How are you doing? Speak up loud, the people can hear you online.
I'm doing fine. I'm here to stand up for the people of Nevis. We can't continue to let one man dominate the Nevis, and we don't know about it.
Great. And we have a lady here with her back turned. Let me see. What kind of thing is I'm hearing here? How much million this? Nevis debt is too high. 554 million. What is it all about here? And you want to defend there? Accountability is a must. Hospital pay and everything. Welcome to the ride. I know there are several other placards that are coming in, so folks, we are going to take a stroll down the road as usual. We got Sister Twitter is here with us. So you want to say good afternoon to anybody in the diaspora?
Good afternoon, I'm right here. Since the vision's free to come out, I'm here representing.
All right, that's great. So, we are taking a stroll down the road here. Well, folks, I apologize about the audio. Where we are coming down the road here, there is some over there. Those are some dishes, technical for transmission, and when you are in the area, those things sometimes do interrupt the transmission. So once we pass this area, the transmission should come back together. So my apologies for the audio issues. But as I said previously, our work today is to bring awareness to what's transpiring here in Nevis. And I have to say that it's up to the people of Nevis whether or not they want to continue to allow Premier Bantley to do the damage that he's doing to the people of Nevis. Morrishaw is fine, Morrishaw is okay. So the people of Nevis, they just have to decide whether or not they want to continue suffering under this corrupt regime or not. But for sure, I am doing fine. Peter is doing fine. I just sit there and from my partner, Melbourne. I'm sure he's doing fine as well. So it's up to you, the people of Nevis, whether or not you guys want to continue to suffer under this regime. But at the end of the day, we're going to stroll down the road towards the Tennessee Mall. We're going to hang there by my boy, Brother Mikey Slack. So it's now 3:49, and we are on the move, waiting. And some of those other folks who said they were coming with their placard and stuff. We are now on the top of Marion Avenue. We are walking down towards Drew Street. So when we get down to Drew Street, we will make that right onto Drew Street. And you know, we hear so much about geothermal. We didn't touch that one as yet. We know that the geothermal process every time there's an election, we get a lot of talk about the geothermal and how soon it will be online. Geothermal has been the talk of the town for some years now. But based on the little information that I have gathered here, I am aware that geothermal will not be realized in the next 2 to 5 years, if it ever happen. If it ever happen, it will not be happening in the next 2 to 5 years. So, if people want to continue to be fooled by the Premier, it's really up to them. But DJ Morrishaw will not be fooled by those things. And the people of Nevis, they got to decide whether or not they're going to continue to be fooled by Premier Bentley. That a little small crowd here. Little small crowd here walking down the road with me. Have their placards, waiting for some other folks to join us. But we are walking down towards Drew Street. We're going to make a right on Drew Street shortly. And there's a lot of folks in Charlestown. As you know, today is VAT Day. People are out doing their shopping for their discount for VAT Day. So,
my sympathy to you, my dear.
Yep, so we continue walking down the road here on Drew Street, and we're going to be making a right on Drew Street. We're going to walk all the way down to the bottom of the road and keep telling you. Now, we understand that there's supposed to be some work at the Van Samry International Airport. That is another saga that we have to be concerned about, because what is the benefit of spending all of that money to develop an airport to accommodate an individual with a private jet, a friend of the Premier? How much private jet can come into Nevis? How much international jets, commercial jets will come into Nevis to cover that cost? What are the returns? We still cannot get a straight answer on that. And, you know, I have to say to the people of Nevis, you all are responsible for what Premier Bentley is doing to you all, you know. Because you all sit down and take everything with a smile. I guess everything is okay. So, DJ Morrishaw, I like to test every corner. As an electrician, I always make sure that I test everything to make sure where the moving parts are, what need to be replaced, that I can eliminate the situation. And today is just one of that exercise to see where the minds of Nevisians are, see where the minds of the candidates that want to be politicians for Nevisians are. And believe it or not, next Wednesday, when I come online and I start presenting my position, my findings, and where the problem are in Nevis, whoever feelings get hurt, that's none of my concern. Feelings will get hurt because I'm going to say it like it is. You know, if people want to put themselves up to be candidate for politicians, that want to represent these islands, and you're not prepared to put in the work for the people, then don't do it. Because right now, DJ Morrishaw is not impressed. We don't only have issues with the CCM government. We don't only have issues with the CCM government. I can say to you today, Friday, 15 December, I also have some concerns with the opposition. And when I say the opposition, I don't mean the independent candidate, Miss Cleon Stapleton. I'm talking about the opposition members, the Honorable Dr. Janice Daniel Hodge. I am saying to you all, if you guys claim to want to be in government to represent the people, you all have to do better than this. Because JefroyMorrishaw is not impressed with you all at the moment. I have done my due diligence. I have done my due diligence. And I can make an assessment now of the problem in Nevis. Is that only just the CCM and Premier Brantley is the problem? You, the candidates for NRP, is a problem as well. And JefroyMorrishaw will be seriously giving his views and where you guys are. I will continue to represent the people of Nevis and fight for the people of Nevis and support the people of Nevis. But the attitude and behavior of you candidates of the NRP, the leader of the NRP, JefroyMorrishaw is not impressed at this point. Disappointed in the way that you all go about your business and trying to reach the people of Nevis. You're doing a very bad job at it. And Janice, you can't get upset. Don't have a problem with it. This is not to bring you down. This is to wake you up. I am telling you, Sister Janice Daniel Hodge, my statement is not to bring you down, but to wake you up. Because if you don't wake up after today, I am going to call on divisions going forward to find other candidates that can fight for them, that can represent them. I am not impressed at all with the behavior of where we are. The opposition can do better than they're doing. You guys can do better than you all are doing. And this is what this march is about today. It's an awareness march. Not just for the division, but for JefroyMorrishaw to get an understanding and an assessment of whether or not I'm wasting my time supporting you all. And I don't like wasting my time. I do not like wasting my time, and I will not waste my time. So, we are strolling on the road here, and as I said, we have a few folks that are taking the cool walk. As I said on my program, I was willing to walk by myself. But thanks to some good folks. Look, my girl at Twiller, all the way from New York. She sit behind me on the plane coming down, and she is walking behind me.
That's right.
Coming down the road, right? And I can say to you, Sister Hazel Claxton, thanks for all of your support. Because Hazel, to me, judging from what I've been dealing with, you are putting more into this thing for the people of Nevis than some of these people that want to be candidates.
Right.
You are putting more into supporting the people of Nevis than some of these people that want to be candidate for government. And Morrishaw now bite not my tongue, you know. No water in my mouth. I am not biting my tongue, no water in my mouth. And like I said last Wednesday, when I said not last Wednesday, but Wednesday night gone, when I come today to do this march, is an assessment for the work that I put in from 2022 to now to support an NRP candidate and an NRP party, whether or not I need to continue in that vein. That is the whole idea of this exercise today. Because I've asked the NRP leader to do some political action. I've asked the NRP leader to put boots on the ground. I have not seen it happen. So, JefroyMorrishaw should decide whatever issues are. Let me do it myself. Because I do not want the members of the NRP to come and tell me that they put in for a permit and they was denied. So I put in for the permit myself. I put in for the permit myself. And I decided to walk. And I decided that if these NRP candidates are serious about representing their people, they will be here to represent their people. They will be here. And I don't believe in lateness. It's now 4 p.m. I have not seen. I see Patricia Bartlett came around, dropped some stuff, and she went, I guess, to get some other stuff. I'm yet to see the other candidates. I saw Brother Daly in town earlier. Said his phone crashed on him, so he's heading to the phone company to get a phone. They don't know how long it's going to take him to get a phone. I see my partner Tulu showed up and he did his thing. So Tulu is in my good grace. Carlisle Powell, I haven't seen or heard from him. Hence the Daniel, I have not seen or heard from him. So going forward, I'm talking to you all straight. I'm still walking down the road here. I'm talking to you all straight and open. The issues of the current government, the CCM government led by Premier Bantley, is dire. It needs to be changed. We need some adjustments. But if I'm going to support NRP, can't be in this way. If I'm going to fight to change a CCM government and this is what I'm going to get out of NRP, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, in this vein, you know, I am prepared to reach out to Premier Grant and have a conversation again. I am prepared to reach out to Cleon and see what is wrong. Because whatever went wrong with Cleon and Janice, I cannot say that at this point in time, Cleon was all wrong. Prior to today, I personally was saying that Cleon was wrong in certain things. But after today, not seeing Janice at this point, 4 p.m., and I'm walking down the road, I can say that she don't have any concern or care for the work that JefroyMorrishaw is putting in. And I'm telling it to you, Janice. You don't have to call, you don't have to worry. You could message me and you could cuss me, it's not a problem. But I'm saying to you, this is the height of nonsense for you as a leader of an opposition that is trying to say you want to take over a government for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and giving this opportunity to come and demonstrate to the people that you got the will and the zest to do so, and you're not here to do it. I don't want to hear any excuse from none of you. I don't want to hear you have to work. I don't want to hear you have to travel to St. Kitts. I don't want to hear you have to go shopping because JefroyMorrishaw is going to set up for them thing there. JefroyMorrishaw cannot tell the voters what to do. But JefroyMorrishaw can talk his things them, and JefroyMorrishaw going to talk his things them. You understand? This is where the rubber meet the road, as they would say. As a matter of fact, this place is familiar. This is the electoral office. So let me show you where guys we started last year. This is the electoral office where there was big chaos when I was here on December 11, 2022, fighting to get an NRP government installed. we dropped short of that. Okay? This is the electoral office where we're fighting. And I'm back here today, the 15th of December. 15th. And I am saying to you, we have a few folks here walking with me, and I give them credit and respect and love for taking the time out to walk with me. But those candidates, and I'm going to call their names. I'm going to call their names. Tell them take me under the clock. Ron Iles, J.D. Keynes, Pat Bartlett, Janice Daniel Hodge. If you guys expect this young man, JefroyMorrishaw, to continue to elevate and support you all as candidates to represent the people of Nevis, you all got some serious improvement to do. Serious improvement. Right now, you guys are in my bad books. Right? You are in my bad books. Nobody have to bring the message to all you. I know you all can hear me live and clear. So, my good people of Nevis, if you all wants to continue to live and wallow in what you all are having here with the CCM government and the Premier Mark Brantley, have fun. God bless you all. Be safe. But JefroyMorrishaw will continue his weekly program to sensitize the general public and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. But any one of you political parties, political candidates, think that you are all going to do your nonsense and JefroyMorrishaw going to support you because you don't think I should say this and I think I should say that, or you got another thing coming. Tough. I am heading here down the road towards the TDC parking lot at the moment. I'm going by my boy Mikey Slack to have a coffee. And I look forward to having the conversation online with those of you who might have a different of opinion. But everybody have an ass. So every ass I know have an opinion. When they go to the toilet, they decide whether they want to go or not. So it doesn't move me neither here or there. I want to take this time out to thank the folks online. I cannot see everyone because the screen is moving very fast, and I know a great deal of you guys are online. And a great deal of you guys are online, and I know that you will have your comments to make, and how you feel or not feel is neither here or there with me. But I am happy that I came across to Nevis, and I see for myself what the situation is. I see what the situation is, and I now can give a clear synopsis and update and where things are here and Nevis. So my good people of Nevis, I am saying to you that you will have to make your own decisions where you are. But JefroyMorrishaw have made his, and JefroyMorrishaw will continue to come to you, the people, weekly and on Wednesday to update you. But at this point in time, I don't see where I can support the present opposition when they don't show the respect for the people. I am here in the waterfront in Nevis. Let me give you a quick view of St. Kitts across the Narrows. So I am here on the waterfront in Nevis, Chapel Street, where we just came down. And that is there. You see St. Kitts in the background. And this is the Charlestown Pier, the waterfront, where the folks are getting their act together. So, we're here by the boy. You got some folks here standing outside still with their placards. So, yeah. So my good people, I'm JefroyMorrishaw, and as I said, I'm coming to you here.
Morrishaw.
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Yeah, man.
All right. I am coming here from beautiful Charlestown, Nevis, Queen City, lovely place. And I can say to you that I will continue to do my part to represent and campaign for the people of Nevis. Nothing will stop me from that mission. But I can say to you that your opposition, JefroyMorrishaw, is out. Doesn't make sense that these folks continue to make excuses after excuses, and that is why Premier Brantley can do the things that he's doing. They don't like to hear that they're weak, but they're weak, and I think they're lazy. Some would make excuse that this is Lenten season. Bull. It's Lenten season, you're out there shopping and doing all kind of other stuff. So my good people, without any further ado, let me go and have a drink with my boy Mikey, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Stay safe.